Remember how everyone was talking about Otis and Mandy Rose at the beginning of the year? And now it's like the storyline never even happened. While some WWE couples were paired on screen for several years, some went their separate ways very suddenly, and without much explanation. I'm Jeremy, and here are 5 romantic WWE storylines that ended abruptly. Number 5. Lana and Liv Morgan. The final WWE Raw of 2019 ended with the wedding of Bobby Lashley and Lana. In a shocking twist, Liv Morgan sabotaged the ceremony by revealing that she used to be in a relationship with Lana. Rusev then jumped out of the cake to begin to attack Lashley, the man who stole his wife, and conclude the show. The storyline came to an end when Lashley and Lana joined forces to defeat Rusev and Morgan on the January 20th, 2020 episode of WWE Raw. However, the revelation about Lana and Morgan's past relationship was hardly mentioned on WWE television again. Speaking in an interview with Chris Van Vliet in September of 2020, Miro, aka Rusev in the WWE, said there was never supposed to be any follow-up to Morgan's comment during the wedding ceremony. According to Miro, the dramatic revelation only happened because WWE Raw's executive director at the time, Paul Heyman, wanted to create a memorable moment. Miro said the storyline succeeded in creating controversy, but he questioned why WWE decision-makers wanted to book a moment that ultimately did not lead to anything. Number 4. Emma and Santino Marella. In January 2014, Emma made her WWE main roster debut during an episode of Raw. The Aussie superstar combined her work on Raw and SmackDown by continuing to appear in NXT. Emma soon left NXT and became a permanent member of WWE's main roster when she aligned with former WWE Intercontinental Champion Santino Marella. It initially looked as though Emma and Marella were only going to be a comedy duo, but the storyline took a twist when Marella made it clear in various backstage segments that he had feelings for the up-and-coming WWE superstar. Unfortunately, Marella had to announce his retirement in July of 2014 due to a neck injury, meaning his storyline with Emma abruptly ended. As a result, Emma left without a meaningful storyline on Raw and SmackDown in the summer of 2014, and she was mostly booked in matches on less important WWE shows, including Main Event and Superstars, for the rest of the year. Number 3. Otis and Mandy Rose. Earlier this year, one of the most interesting and entertaining storylines involved Otis and his peach, Mandy Rose. Despite the attempts of Dolph Ziggler and Sonya Deville to prevent the two from falling in love with one another, Otis and Rose defied the odds to become one of the most unique couples in WWE history. The next obstacle in their path were The Miz and John Morrison, who couldn't accept Otis as the Money in the Bank contract winner. The former WWE champion, The Miz, used his influence to draft Mandy Rose to Raw, leaving Otis on the blue brand. All of a sudden, the seemingly inseparable pair were broken and apart from exchanging a few tweets online. It appears that the WWE is no longer interested in continuing with this romance angle. Mandy Rose recently teamed up with Dana Brooke on Raw, while Otis, after the split of Heavy Machinery and losing his Money in the Bank contract, is focused on regaining singles momentum with some assistance of Chad Gable. Number 2. Viscera and Lilian Garcia. During her time as a WWE ring announcer and backstage interviewer, Lilian Garcia made occasional appearances in some outlandish WWE storylines. One of those storylines took place in June of 2005 when she got involved in a romance angle with WWE superstar Viscera. Garcia said in a Reddit AMA in 2017 that WWE did not originally plan the storyline, but they went ahead with it after her one-off segment with Viscera on Raw was well received by the fans. The story culminated at WWE Vengeance 2005 pay-per-view, where Garcia proposed to the 487-pound wrestler. Just as Viscera was set to answer the proposal, the Godfather made his return to the WWE and encouraged Viscera to reject the marriage proposal. We miss you, Viscera. Number 1. Enzo Amore, Nia Jax, and Alexa Bliss. Enzo Amore was one of the most featured superstars on WWE television before he was fired by the company in January of 2018. Not only did Big Cass's former tag team partner hold the WWE Cruiserweight Championship at the time, but he had also started a relationship storyline with Nia Jax. Amore revealed on the Store Horseman podcast in June of 2018 that WWE Chairman Vince McMahon wanted to use Jax as his bodyguard, setting up another romance involving him and Jax's best friend, Alexa Bliss. Strange, right? According to Amore, Mr. McMahon revealed these details to him while Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss weren't aware of this. It was supposed to be a storyline where Nia Jax would help Enzo win his matches in a role similar to that of WWE Hall of Famer Chyna. The Bliss vs. Jax match still happened at WWE WrestleMania 34, but the focus of the storyline revolved around Bliss bullying Jax instead of the two women fighting over Amore. And that's our list for today. Was there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. That way you know when the latest news and content comes your way. Thank you for tuning in.